Hello everyone, in this video I am going to teach you something about basic structure and functions of teeth. So, first of all, you need to know one thing is our tooth contain three main sections, and they are the crown, the root, the neck. The crown, the neck and the root. These are the three main sections which our tooth consists of. So let me draw here for you. So this is the crown, this is the root and this is neck. So this is crown, the part of tooth which is visible in the oral cavity. This portion is neck of tooth, and this portion is the root portion of tooth. Okay, and this root of tooth fits into the alveolar process of either maxilla, which is the upper jaw, and mandible, which is the lower jaw. So first of all, we need to know the parts of tooth. Parts of tooth. What are the various parts of tooth? I am going to represent these parts of tooth diagrammatically. So let me draw the diagram first for you. So this is the outermost layer of the tooth, which is in red, and this is known as enamel. E-N-A-M-E-L. It is known as enamel. And below enamel or inside enamel, there is a second layer of tooth which is known as dentine. Okay, now dentine, we have two dentines. Okay, one is the coronal dentine which is in the crown, and other is the root dentine here. So this dentine is coronal dentine because it is inside the crown, and this is the root dentine because it is in the radicular portion of tooth. Radicular portion of tooth, also known as root portion. Okay, so this is enamel, which is the outer layer of tooth. Inside enamel there is a layer known as dentine, and if we go deep into the tooth, there is pulp. This portion is known as pulp. Okay, now we are done with the coronal portion, parts of coronal portion of the tooth. Now as we proceed downwards, the root of tooth contains root dentine. So if we come from outside inwards, outermost layer of root of the tooth consists of cementum. As we go inwards, there comes root dentin. More inwards, there comes pulp chamber. Okay. Crown of tooth consists of, what is inside the crown? Enamel. Okay. This enamel consists of, this enamel is made up of calcium phosphate crystals and is the hardest substance in body. Okay, so this enamel consists of calcium phosphate crystals and is the hardest substance in body. Okay, now this enamel, it is a non-living tissue, so it cannot remodel or repair itself. Okay, once after getting demineralized, it does not have potential to repair itself or remodel itself. Now comes dentin. As I said earlier, dentin also comes in the root portion and also in the crown portion. So, coronal dentin, as we are studying here the coronal parts of tooth, so the dentin here is the coronal dentin, and this dentin is also harder substance than bone. This dentin is also harder substance when compared with bone. Okay, so third part is inner pulp cavity, or you can say pulp chamber. Okay, so the inner pulp chamber is composed of connective tissue and contains blood vessels and nerves and root canal. Okay, so inner pulp chamber is composed of connective tissue and it contains blood vessels, nerves and root canal. And this root canal leads to an opening which is called as apical foramen, and this apical foramen opens into the surrounding connective tissue. Okay, so after we are done with the coronal After we are done with the corneal parts of the tooth, enamel, dentine and pulp, now we proceed on with the radicular parts of tooth. Okay, so for radicular parts, first is cementum. So for cementum, at the bottom of the tooth surrounding root canal and dentine is a hard mineralized connective tissue called as cementum. So at the bottom of the tooth, like this is the corneal portion. Okay, so this is the corneal portion, and at the bottom of the tooth, this, let's suppose this is the whole tooth, like this is the crown, this is the root, and this is the bottom of the tooth, root, surrounding root and dentine. So the cementum is a structure which surrounds inner, like this is the root, surrounds the root, and dentine surrounds the root, dentine, and this is the cementum. Okay, now this cementum helps to connect tooth to the jawbone. So this cementum helps connect tooth to the jawbone. So this is cementum, this is tooth, and below, and it is surrounded by a jawbone. Okay, and the structure which helps the tooth to connect with the jawbone is known as PDL. So we are also going to learn something about PDL. So also one more thing I need to tell you. Second is root dentine, which is also the hardest structure. Not more harder than the enamel, but more harder than the bone. Okay, and the radicular canal, root canal. Okay, now after all this, we need to know about something about periodontal membrane. See, what is periodontal membrane? Outside the cementum, composed of periodontal ligament and collagen fibers. So outside of the cementum composed of periodontal ligament and collagen fibers, and contains blood vessels and nerves. Now this membrane helps the teeth to withstand the stress associated with chewing the food. Okay, so I will also explain periodontal membrane in detail in some other video. Okay, so here I just need to tell you, this is our crown. Here this is crown, this is root, this is alveolar process, alveolar bone, here are the periodontal fibers. So these are the periodontal fibers. Various types of periodontal fibers, I will explain those in some other video. So this is tooth, this is this hole, this is alveolar bone, and tooth is connected to the alveolar bone by these fibers, periodontal ligaments, or we can say periodontal membrane. Okay, so I will explain this periodontal ligament, periodontal membrane in some other video. Okay, so the other point you need to know is gums. Okay, gums that surrounds teeth composed of a top layer of non-keratinized epithelium and dense irregular connective tissue. So gums which surrounds the teeth. So these gums basically surrounds the teeth and composed of top layer of non-keratinized. See, the layer of gums is not keratinized. It is a non-keratinized epithelium. It composed of a non-keratinized epithelium and dense irregular connective tissue. Now, as we done with gums, so what are the various types of teeth? Types of teeth. So in human body there are 4 types of teeth, and those are incisors, canines, premolars and molars. And human adult contains 32 teeth and human child contains 20 teeth. Okay. For adults, for child. So, as for adults, incisor, there are 2 incisors in maxilla and 2 in mandible. And for child, 2 incisors in mandible, 2 in maxilla, 2 in maxilla, 2 in mandible. Canines, 1 canine in maxilla, 1 in mandible. And for child, 1 in maxilla, 1 in mandible canine. And for adults, premolars, 2 in maxilla, 2 in mandible. And in child, there is no premolar, not present. Okay. For adults, there is 3 molars in maxilla and 3 in mandible. And for child, 2 molars in maxilla and 2 in mandible. So in total, there are 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 6, 16. So this is 16 for one arch, 16 plus 16, 32 teeth for adults, and for child 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 10. This is for one arch and 20 for both the arches. Okay. 16 teeth in maxilla, which is the upper jaw, and 16 in mandible, which is the lower jaw, as in the case of adults. And for child, 10 teeth in maxilla and 10 in mandible. Child. So, let's discuss in detail. So, let's discuss in brief about the various functions of specific teeth. So, first of all, we need to know about central and lateral incisors. So, central and lateral incisors consists of single root. These teeth are single rooted teeth, and these teeth are designed to cut food into pieces. Okay. Now, the second type of teeth is canines. Canines. These teeth are also single rooted, but these teeth have pointed cusp tip, and this pointed cusp tip is for puncturing and tearing food. Okay. Now, third type of teeth is premolars. Like, first of all, upper premolar, but first premolar. It consists of 2 roots. Okay. And upper second premolar, it consists of either 1 or 2 roots. It depends. Either 1 or 2 roots are present in upper second molars. And lower molars, lower premolars, lower first and second premolars consists of only 1 root. Okay. Now, the function of all the premolars is to grind the food. As the crowns of premolars are flat with cusps, so the function of premolars is to grind the food. Other type of teeth is upper molars. Upper molars consists of 3 roots, and lower molars consists of only 2 roots. Now these molars are large teeth and also have flat crown. And are designed to crush and grind food. Now one more thing I need to tell you is our oral cavity is divided into 4 quadrants. Okay, so let me explain you this in the form of a diagram. Like this is the upper jaw. It consists of central incisors, 2 central incisors, 1 lateral incisor, 1 canine, as it is having a pointed cusp, 2 premolars, three molars. Okay, this is the maxilla. So these 4 are incisors. This is central incisor, this is lateral incisor. This is canine, this is canine. These 2 are canines. Now this and this, this and this, these are the premolars. And this. These 3 are molars. So this is the upper jaw, or in dental term it is known as maxilla. And for lower jaw, it consists of 2 central incisors, 2 lateral incisors, 2 canines, 2 premolars, 3 molars. Please guys, ignore the diagram, just understand what I am trying to tell you. So these 4 frontal teeth are incisors. This and this canine, this and this and this premolars, and this and this and this and this are molars. And this, if we divide both the arches from center into 2 parts, this is known as mid-sagittal plane. And on either side of mid-sagittal plane there are quadrants. So This quadrant is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So, first quadrant consists of the teeth of maxilla as it is in the upper jaw. The first quadrant consists of the teeth of maxilla from central incisors to third molar of right side of the patient. Okay, this consists of teeth of the maxilla. First quadrant consists of the teeth of the maxilla of right side. Second quadrant consists of the teeth of the maxilla of left side. Third quadrant consists of the teeth of the mandible of left side, and fourth quadrant consists of teeth of the mandible of right side. So this is all about basic structure and functions of teeth. If you are interested in more such kind of videos, please do a subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that whenever I will upload any video related dentistry, you will get notified. And thank you so much for watching and love you all guys.